Okay, no real earth-shattering news here. We didn't do what it takes to win on the road. I mean, you go on the road and you turn the ball over, and you can't stop the run. It's hard to win. I don't care who you're playing, where you're playing. That really was the story for today. We had an opportunity to really get off to a fast start and create a lot of momentum for our football team with a lot of points early, and we just turned it over. And that's extremely disappointing because we have not been doing that. We didn't really capitalize. When you're negative in the turnover margin, it's hard to win. And then when you don't stop the run, it's really hard to win. And that's basically what happened. I mean, it wasn't anything earth-shattering. We came right out of the gate. We go right. We're up 7-0. We go right down the field. We got a nice drive going. We get a bust by one of our players that hurt us a potential chance for a touchdown. And then very next play, we fumble the ball, and they go down and get a touchdown off of it. And then we get another drive going, and we throw an interception. They get another touchdown off of that. And then we get a stop, and we run for the punter, and they get a field goal off of that. So we gave up 17 points off of turnovers, and that's just a hard thing to overcome on the road. You got to give them a lot of credit for capitalizing on those opportunities. They did a good job. And then when they put the ball on the ground, we didn't get it. They put it on the ground a couple times. We didn't come up with it. But I thought that we had a chance to take the crowd out of the game early, and instead we energized them and gave them some energy to get excited about and create some scoring opportunities for them. But bottom line is, couldn't stop the run. I think they had 200 and something yards rushing on us. Extremely disappointed there. And then the turnovers that we had on offense. And I didn't think we protected very well today. I thought they did a good job of getting after us. Once we kind of became a little one-dimensional, I thought they did a nice job of affecting our rhythm on offense. But as I told the team, it's still all about us. It's been a long time since we've lost a game, and that's a very sick feeling. It's just not a good feeling when you fail at something. And we had an opportunity to achieve one of our goals today, and we failed to do it. And that's extremely disappointing. This is a very important game to our program. It's an important goal on our goal board, but it's still all about us. We've got to go back to work. Understand and learn that. Listen, take care of the football. Play your gap. Don't stop the run. Everybody's got to do their job. You can't, have gaps unaccounted for and those type things and create running lanes. So we'll have to improve for sure this week. But turn the page. You start the season. We started August 3rd, and when you start the season, you start with the objective to be a champion. And we're the Atlantic Division champions, but more importantly, we have the opportunity to win our conference. That's our next goal. Our next goal is to try to win the ACC, and we're very fortunate that we have the opportunity to go do that this week. So we'll turn the page real quick. We don't have time to wallow around in this. We got to go back to work. We've got a really good Georgia Tech team coming up. It's a rematch with those guys. We had a shootout with them earlier in the year. Hopefully we can play better. But we got a lot of work to do this week, that's for sure. But we're excited to go down to Tampa and represent our division in the championship game and opportunity to play for the Orange Bowl. So there's still a lot for us to play for. But again, just very disappointing in how we played today.
Dabo, would you like to have seen your team respond a little better after the turnovers?
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to give them some credit too. I mean, it's not like we weren't playing hard. I mean, the guys were competing. There wasn't anybody quitting out there, but those kids made some plays. I mean, they did a good job. They throw one up, and their guy makes a play, and they hit a couple big plays that created some momentum. They hit the flea flicker, and but they did a super job of capitalizing. But again, it goes back. We couldn't stop the run. We just weren't consistent enough with stopping the run, and that's the only way you really overcome turnovers. Is you got to get stops, or you got to get turnovers back. And we didn't do a good job of that today. But very disappointing.
So you guys dragged on. The game itself dragged on a long time. You got down by 10. 17-7. What was happening? Was that offensive that you couldn't get things going? Or was it more on the defensive side of the ball?
Well, 17-7, they got all 17 points off turnovers. The fumble led to a touchdown. I mean, now the fumble, but they went and scored on our defense. It all goes together. I mean, we could have stopped them. We didn't stop them, but we gave them the ball, and we had a chance to get points, at least get a field goal or a touchdown or whatever. But that led to a touchdown, and then the interception led to a touchdown. We put the defense in a really bad situation right there, but still, we missed a tackle on that possession right there at the goal line. We just missed a tackle where maybe we could have held them to a field goal. So, I mean, you still got to do your job. It don't matter what happens, but it all goes hand in hand. And then we get a stop and we rough the punter. So that's 17 points right there. They got a field goal off of that one. And we were still in it. There was no panic. I mean, everybody felt like we just needed one score. But we just didn't do a good job of executing in the second half and capitalizing when we had opportunities.
So you're talking about more offensive deficiency as opposed to...
I'm talking about team deficiency. I'm talking about team. We didn't play well as a team, period. We turned it over on offense. We didn't stop them on defense. Gave up some big plays, didn't stop the run, didn't protect well on offense. This was team.
How much
rough the punter?
How much credit goes to their defense for making plays?
Or is it
just about you guys in the lack of
Well, I mean,
execution?
you got to give them a lot of credit. I mean, they played extremely hard. Those kids were ready to play today. They did a super job. You never want to not give somebody credit. They won the football game, and they deserve to win the game. They outplayed us today. But again, a lot of it, when I say it's all about us, I mean, it's hard to win when you don't take care of the ball. You got to hold on the ball. And that's disappointing for us, especially when you're in scoring position. So we do a better job of stopping the run, taking care of the ball. We're a hard team to beat. We didn't match their energy when they got the turnovers and went up on us.
Coach, you're confident these are correctable mistakes? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not rocket science. I mean, this isn't very complicated. Nothing earth-shattering. Y'all watch the game. I mean, this is two good football teams. I mean, South Carolina's a good football team. Golly, it's not like you playing a team that doesn't have 85 scholarships and talented. It's a rival game. And when you go on the road in a rival game and you turn it over and you don't get turnovers, it's just hard to overcome. And but certainly, these are correctable mistakes. Absolutely. I didn't see anything out there today that wasn't correctable.
Dabo, Parker looked a little unsettled today compared to previous road games like Miami. Those some errant passes. What are some ways you can change that going, especially?
Just got to protect better. Just didn't protect well. I didn't think our protection was great today. They changed up a few things inside, gave us a few different, and a lot of times that you expect that when they've had a little more time to scheme up a few things. They did a good job. They had a few different twists than what we had prepared for. We made a couple adjustments, but they did a good job of affecting the quarterback and creating some pressure, and no doubt about that. You got to give them credit for that. But we can do a better job, and we've done a better job. We've done a much better job.
Kyle said there was a lack of intensity, and that he thought there was some players, including himself, that could just put on the pads and play today. Do you have any reason why that was, or what do you think was the cause of that?
I don't know. I didn't see that. I didn't see a lack of intensity. I just saw a lack of execution. I thought our kids were excited to play. I know they were excited to play. There was great enthusiasm all week in practice and great enthusiasm in their meetings. We just didn't play well. Didn't play well.
Dabo, so CJ kind of grimaced to the bench twice in the first quarter. Is he any different now than just the same injury over and over again?
Well, no, it's just he actually felt like he was going to throw up. He said he couldn't breathe, and then he thought he was getting ready to be sick, and so we kind of held him out a good bit of the first quarter there. He missed a couple of those series, and finally was kind of able. Then we took him back. We gave him a couple breaks off of the kick return, trying to get him going in the offense.